Hello.
Hi there, Matthew. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Do you want to just start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Yep. As I say, I'm a senior lecturer in the history program at Dundee, but my specific role here is I'm the advisor to the part-time students and for the part-time degree at Dundee, and that's really what I want to talk about today, because I think a lot of people don't really know that much, and a lot of people haven't even heard about the part-time degree. So the part-time degree we offer students the chance to take a range of different subjects in the Master of Arts program. So that's a very wide sort of range of different disciplines, including languages, humanities, social sciences, politics, IR, some business, psychology. So there's a range of different classes that people can take part-time. You don't have to be a full-time student. We offer some modules, not that many, but a small number in the evening, specifically designed for people who can't come and study in the day. Most of those modules are in humanities, so unfortunately they're not in things like business. But we understand that part-time students are doing other things before they're a student. I'm one of the people who gets a bit grumpy with my full-time students who say, oh, I can't come to class today because I'm working. You're supposed to be a full-time student. We understand that part-time students are something else first and then a student. So if students have difficulties coming to class at a particular time, we will try and work with them to make other arrangements. So we can be quite flexible. It may sound like a big thing to try and do a full 4-year degree. There are actually various different exit points that you can leave at, so you don't have to do all of the study. If you were doing the degree exactly half time, it would take 8 years, which is a long time. But you can do a certificate, you can do a diploma, you can do an ordinary degree or a full honors degree. You can combine a range of different subjects. So you could do some languages, some business, some history. Obviously, history is the best thing to take. But you can do a really interesting combination in the way that we offer things. And I think what's important for people is this gives you a chance to gain a range of skills. And it's not just about the subjects you're taking. And as a student here, you get access to all the university facilities. There's no sort of thing that says you're a part-time student, so therefore you can't access the library. And importantly, you can access the career service, the counselling service, disability support. So all of that support is there for students. So the idea is that at the end of this, you've gained a specific qualification and you have a whole load of skills in everything from digital literacy skills to just meeting a range of different people and being able to find where you want to go. I have some bad news and some good news. The bad news is there are fees for this course. For a 10 credit module, this year it would be £150. For 20 credits, 303, and for 30 credits, 455. The good news is that for a lot of students, SAS does offer funding. So particularly if you're in a low-paid job, we don't cover it, but the government will pay your fees for you. I don't deal directly with that, but a lot of our students, possibly even a majority, have their fees paid for them. We have a range of different people. The part-time degree, I should say, includes a whole range of different people. We have some people who simply didn't go to university after they left school and are in full-time employment. We have people who are retired who are taking it for interest. And then we do have quite a lot of people who have caring responsibilities. And so obviously they can't attend full time. So there's a range of different people who do this. I think it gives people a good chance to get into higher education, to gain different qualifications, to discover a whole range of different skills. As I said, there's a really wide range of things you can take. I've just been advising a student who's been doing mainly business, which is a bit outside my areas of expertise. You can't do a degree in business, but you can take various modules. Things psychology, even math. Most of it's based in humanities, though. There's a lot more information that you can get. I think the links will go up, but if you go to the university website, there is a whole section on the part-time MA. If you search for part-time degree, you'll find it. And if you go to the School of Humanities, you can actually find the whole MA degree catalogue with a list of every single module that you would be able to take as a student here. And if you have any questions, and you just email parttime@dundee.ac.uk, it will get forwarded on to me, and we'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. But it's a flexible chance to study when you want to, and gain your qualifications that could be useful for you.
Fantastic, Matthew. You've made my job very easy there, given a whole host of information. I imagine that quite often we find with carers kind of looking to get back, they may have been out of education for quite a long time, and there's quite a lot of additional anxiety associated with that. So you were saying that their kind of support would be kind of met at,
And that's a lot of the people we have coming in would be in exactly that position. In the part-time degree, most people have been out of education for a considerable period of time. In some cases, 40 or 50 years. But it's pretty standard that people have been out of education and are coming in possibly with non-traditional qualifications. So if you're coming in for a part-time degree, we look quite closely at your qualifications, and often we'll just ask you for a chat, because people can have very different qualifications to get in. It's not the full-time degree. We look at things differently.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. I think sometimes when I've maybe taken students along to universities or to different institutions or whatever, sometimes they feel like they might not put that they're a carer on their application, or they might not tell the university. They might feel that would count against them, that they would somehow be penalised because there might be an assumption that they can't. So would you mind kind of just saying a little bit about, I'm assuming that that's not the case. Yeah.
For the part-time degree, absolutely not. And actually, that in some ways, I don't want to say it would be a positive, but it would explain why you want to study part-time, why you've not done a degree before. And as I was saying, a lot. I mean, I couldn't guesstimate the numbers, but a lot of the people we have on the part-time degree are carers. I know about this. I'm very aware of it because through COVID, of course, a lot of people have been having to self-isolate because they're carers, and then you actually start to realize just how many people are in that situation. So I don't think we register carers specifically, but it's a lot of people, because that's why they want to study part-time.
Yeah, a hidden majority sometimes.
That's it.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. So there's plenty of links that people can follow, and as far as getting in touch, there's a kind of, is there a section on the, I'm sure we'll be putting that up, but
yeah, I sent the links in earlier. I can share them later, but there's two main links that I sent, that one just about the part-time degree and one about the modules that you can study.
Fantastic. That's fantastic, Matthew. Thank you very much for telling us about that. Really interesting.